You've talked about just the whole idea of competing in the playoffs. How much did this game come down to you guys competing?
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, that's all it is in the playoffs, just playing as hard as you can. Just trying to win every possession. Sometimes it won't go well for you. It's a game of runs, but stay in it. I think that's what we did tonight. And that's also what they did, too. They were down big and got back into the game.
Curious, the free throw line, you almost addressed the free throw situation by yourself. How much of that was a point of emphasis that I'm getting to the line tonight?
Oh, I'm just trying to drive. I missed so many good looks early. Second quarter, I just try to put my head down and get to the rim and just get closer to the rim. And they playing extra aggressive, so their hands on me, their bodies there. They just sitting in the paint sometimes. So I just be aggressive to the rim. So that's I try to get down there when I can't make shots. And tonight was one of those nights I couldn't find one to fall. So just try to be effective in other ways.
The follow up I had with the bench with Warren, Landale, and those two particular. How big were they tonight?
Yeah, they were huge, man. Huge. Ross coming in just shooting those shots. 2 for 7, 1 for 6, but like they're good looks every time. We need those. Jock came in with 6 and 9, like incredible minutes for us. Landry came in and gave us some great minutes. And TJ, made some big shots there in the fourth. So we're gonna need that going forward. I think the team we rallied around each other, especially early on. I wasn't making shots. Book just can't say enough about Book. Like he I'm letting at a loss for words, just how he approaches the game, how he's just a leader of this team, this organization, how he brings it every single day. And we just follow his imprint and, we rally around him. So um, tonight was one of those nights.
Kevin, when the shot wasn't falling early on, you came out and started the second quarter, got the team in the bonus within 3 minutes, got to the foul line. When did you learn that skill in the league of getting to the line when your shot isn't falling to see him go through?
It's not like a conscious thing. I just feel like a lot of teams just play me super aggressive, either physical, put their hands on me. So I try to use that against them and get downhill. Most of the time, they're trying to funnel me to the help. So, they might not be as disciplined guarding me, one-on-one a bit. So try to use that against them. Like I said, I wasn't getting some good looks to fall. So I just try to put points on the board regardless of anything and just try to help the team win.
How big was you had that one dunk in the third, I believe, when Jock just sprinted up the floor and opened the lane. How big is that kind of energy when he's just running up and down like that?
Yeah, his energy was incredible tonight. For him to, guard Jokic, one-on-one most of the night, him and DA one-on-one most of the night. I mean, he still played well, but it's still a tough job guarding him, not getting fouled out. And he stayed in the game, rebounded well, just play with energy. We're going to need that in game 4.
Kevin, we saw DA on the bench kind of being picked up by some teammates because it wasn't his night tonight. I know you're new here, but when you have a teammate like that that's kind of going through it, how do you pick them up in this type of playoff setting?
Just keep encouraging him. I know he still stayed into the game regardless. Like he was, on the same page with us, not, encouraging us, cheering for us when he was out on the bench. So I think DA just, he wants to be out there. He wants to contribute. He wants to play well every single night. He wants to do everything right, So sometimes that could be a little frustrating when you don't get the opportunity to, showcase what you can do sometimes. But that's just the nature of a team. We got a team where next guy got to step up and everybody just got to support. And looking forward to a big game from him next game.
Look, you've seen him. You're familiar with his game, but have you expected this level of play from him?
Yes. Like, I don't understand why this is such a surprise to anybody. Like, he's been doing this since day one. I mean, they might not have been playoff wins, but he showed his skills since his rookie year. And a lot of people overlook that and then see him go 45 and think it's something new. Nah, he's always been on this type of time. And we got to continue to keep feeding the hot hand, but he's making good plays. 3 turnovers, 9 assists, I ain't have a turnover tonight. So that's always good when we keep the ball in our hands. And he's one of the guys that just ignites us from the first possession. So I'm sure they might, who knows what they'll do to guard him next game, but want him to stay aggressive.
That was kind of the question I was going to lead to, Katie. You've been a fan of Book since he came into the league. Like, how have you seen him grow and evolve since he was a rookie and playing on those different, Phoenix Suns teams that weren't doing a lot of winning?
This is love for the game, his humility for just life in general. Just he's a team builder. Like all the things you want in a superstar, he brings it. And he doesn't say much about it. A lot of people don't write fluff stories or pieces about what he brings every single day, but we see it and we appreciate it. And you start to see it on a national scale the last few years with them being with us being a successful team. But he's everything you need in a player on both ends of the floor, out in the community. Just, man, can't speak enough about how great he is.
Kevin, Monty said he feels like you're still kind of finding your rhythm, and we haven't seen that efficient Kevin Durant game yet. How do you feel like you're just doing in that regard, and while logging heavy minutes too?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing heavy minutes. I'm still figuring out. I'm not figuring out nothing. I just got to make shots, to be honest. Like, I missed some good ones. I'm rushing some shots. Like, I'm thinking too much out there, and I think that's all on me more so than trying to get comfortable with the team. It's just spurting through the game where I just go out there and just play and let it flow. And sometimes I'm trying to think too much. So this is a part of the process and the journey, and I think I'm getting there to a point where I'm super comfortable with the team. So it's close.
So you went to the foul line 16 times, you hit 14 of them. Until the last 2 seconds of the game, nobody else on the team went to the free throw line. And then Booker finally did at the end. He had 25 shots. I think in 40 some odd years of covering basketball, I've never seen that.
Really?
Well, yeah. What do you attribute it to? And I know you look like you're hit on practically every play.
Yeah, I mean, I took 31 shots tonight. Like, I was trying to score. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get downhill and make plays and just be involved in the game offensively. So, like I said, when teams playing extra physical and touching and grabbing and playing with their bodies and using other guys to help guard me as well, I'm going to get to the free throw line. So I think that calmed our team down, was able to loosen up their defense a bit because they were over-aggressive. We was able to get to the free throw line. I was able to get to the free throw line and open up the floor for our team. So,
have you ever seen nobody else go to the free throw line?
I'm sure it happened before in the game that I played in, but yeah, it's rare.
Yeah, when teams are physical with you like that, and you're one of the top rebounders of teams. How does that help you with staying in rhythm, even though your shot might not fall early?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than just a scorer. I'm more than just a guy that's still scoring. Who's just you used to just putting points on the board, nothing else. So I try to contribute in other different ways. And it's frustrating not making shots because that's what I'm paid to do. That's what I do is make shots. But it's also comes a time where you just got to continue to figure it out and push through it. And I was able to make some there late, make some there in the third, some in the second. It was in spurts, but just keep being aggressive, man. I'm looking forward to the next game.
Andy, is there anything that you have learned about Book during these playoffs? No. You knew this is the guy you knew you would come to play with.
Yes. I mean, I've been following him since he was in high school. So since he was a junior in high school, came to my camp as a junior, I think, and just been following ever since then, keeping an eye out on him. And then when he had that 70-point game, that's when I really like, all right, I need to look at his box score every night. And that's really what it is for me, just watching guys' box scores every night and then checking the highlights afterwards. So it's been like that for the last 5 or 6 years with Book. So I'm not surprised that he can go off and do this. I'm not going to expect 20, 25 every night, but I know that he can reach that level. And when he does, it's no surprise. So just keep being, keep rallying around everybody and just look forward to getting to practice them all and see what happens next game.
Kevin, Denver started double teaming and triple teaming you and Devin very early on the game and then down the stretch. But how, as artists, both of you artists of reading defense and then splitting triple team and double team, how is that communication down the stretch when you're able to find TJ and other people to kind of put this game away? Yeah,
I mean, let's try to play simple ball, and you don't have to run plays and the team going to commit two on the ball to you. I think that's when basketball is at its purest form. Guys are just playing on that backside and just playing off instincts. And we're seeing TJ, he missed 1-3, but he was confident enough to come back and shoot the next one and then went in. Then he made the floater as well. So if they're going to commit to us like that, we got to continue to trust our teammates. And everybody has to be confident shooting the ball. So, hopefully we'll see what happens next game. And, by game 4, you're pretty much seeing every scheme that they're trying to throw at you. So hopefully we prepare for it.
Yeah, Kev. I just had one question about you had the Lance Banks. You know, he just passed away. You had the Texas connection. Can you talk about your roots? Obviously, you had that 1 year in Texas, Lance.
Yeah, I mean, Lance was a huge part of the Texas community and somebody that I looked up to and had conversations with since I was 16, 17 years old. And I feel like I just seen him a couple weeks ago. So, it's devastating news to hear that. Prayers out to his family and friends. He's left his mark on the game of basketball and on young people for a long, long time. And, that's the type of stuff that's going to last forever. So rest in peace to Lance Blanks.